Well, hello, welcome to DJ Fossils. Helicopter going over. Yep, today we are at West Runton and we are heading along the beach that way to West Runton. East Runton. Yeah, so doing West Runton to East Runton. Yep, gonna have a look. There is, hopefully you can find a lot of things along here: belemnites, echinoids, mammoth teeth antler, stuff like that. So hopefully we might find something. It has been a bit sparse along this area lately. Someone else came down here a couple of days ago and didn't really find anything but a few belemnites, so fossil collecting is a bit tough because the tides aren't favourable for it at the moment. So unfortunately, you know, you plan a week away, you don't know what the tides are going to be like when you plan it months in advance, so it's just a bit of potluck really. So we'll see what we can find. Well, we're having a look through this great big boulder field here to see if we can find anything exciting, and Jackie's found a couple of bits. So first off, it's an echinoid. It's a bit crushed, but look at the patterning on that side. Really fantastic. Don't know if we'll keep that one, but it's really nice, but it's a bit crushed and damaged, so might leave it somewhere for somebody else, as we got some really good ones yesterday, so we don't need it too badly. But she also found this rock here. It was quite interesting. It's a flinty rock with a hole in it, so they gave it a tap, as you can see, and look at that. Now I believe, I may be wrong, but I believe that is a sponge cast, or what would have been a sponge. So I don't know if you can actually get complete sponges, because every time we found them in the flint here, they're all just dissolved and rotted. So maybe that is what you can find here, I'm not sure. But maybe you can find whole ones inside solid flint nodules that don't have holes in. But yeah, that's quite interesting. Might take that anyway, just because it looks quite good. So it's still got all the cast of the sponge and what it would have looked like. So yeah, it's really good. But yeah, we've still got a lot to look at. We've literally only just come from there, not got far yet. So hopefully we'll find something else interesting. We're just walking along. There's some nice little chalk beds here along with the flint bed, and just spotted this we thought I'd show you. So look at that. That is the same patterning, that sort of honeycomby pattern that we got on that piece we got from the quarry. Almost identical. And we also saw a flint nodule a minute ago with an echinoid bit of shell on, so they are in the flints here as well. But yeah, there's a lot of it. I'm thinking it's some sort of sponges or something like that, but I'm not 100% sure again. But yeah, it's definitely the same patterning, but it's not as well preserved on here, unless it's a fish or something. But I don't know, because of the way that goes there, it's a bit weird. But maybe someone does know that there's bits there. Yeah, it's very interesting though. But yeah, still trying to find some stuff. Well, just thought I'd show you this one. So there's a very, very worn away echinoid there, look. Just a bit of shell remaining in the flint nodule. Not much left of that one. Yeah, we just met Rick and Bowie. They're just walking off down there. Lovely dog, nice chap, and he does flint napping. And what I will do is I'm just going to give him a little shout out and show you some bits about what he does. So it's really interesting. He gave us a lovely little stone, which Jackie's got, which I'll show you in a minute, and a bit of flint work that he does. So the bits that he does are like this. Look, this nice glass. He does ones with coloured bits and makes them into necklaces using copper and stuff around them, and the one he's wearing is absolutely fantastic. And stones that he carves out, stuff like this, really interesting. So yeah, here's some links and some images of some of his stuff. Check him out if you want to. He's also got channels as well, so They're really good. Well, I just found a nice gastropod. Look at that. It's not an old one. Stinks a bit though. It's a new one, but absolutely fantastic colours. So yeah, it's nothing. I don't think there's anything in it anymore, but it stinks. So I'm going to bag that up and wash it out and stuff. Worth keeping because that is a really nice shell. And it's not something I've seen before, so yeah, really nice. Wow, I found some lovely shell beds here. Oh, nearly went flying. Look at if you can see how well you can see that through the water reflection. Oh, there's a lovely little gastropod. Oh, there we go. Look at that, just picked it up loose. I think it's just going to break anyway. They're not very well preserved. Oh, the centre on this isn't too bad, so I'll probably be able to keep the gastro. But yeah, there's loads of stuff here. Another gastropod down in there, but this stuff is very loose. Lovely shell there, look. That's a really nice one, but obviously you can't dig away at this stuff. Another gastropod down in under there. Don't know if that's loose. No, it's broken. But yeah, that's really nice. Some beautiful bits. Another gastro there. But yeah, if there's anything loose on the top you can pick it up obviously, but you can't dig away. But I don't think they're, to be honest, they're very fragile, so they're probably not worth taking or anything anyway. You're better off leaving them. And it also means other people can enjoy looking at them as well. Although the thing is, the stones that come in here come along, they break all this up. Oh, there's a loose shell. But again, look at that, look. Jackie just found a loose, but you can find loose pieces like this. Yeah. We're heading back to West Runton now. We've got all the way to East Runton and haven't had a look along back, but there wasn't anything. It's really nothing to find at the moment. There's so much sand on the beach. It's covering all the chalk beds, but you're meant to be able to see the forest marble bed at low tide. You can't see any of that. Everything's covered in sand, so unfortunately I think it's just bad timing for the tides and stuff and the beaches. But we found that wherever we've been going lately, back in when we went to Yorkshire, the Holderness was all covered in sand. Most of Dorset is covered in sand and gravel on beaches that normally isn't, so it's sort of everywhere at the moment. But yeah, we'll keep looking on the way back and see if we find anything, but very doubtful. I'll do a quick drone video from up there along the beach, and if we don't find anything else we'll leave it there. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you hopefully with a better one next time.